Look at that.
Today we're comparing my $100 pool pond to a $100,000 crystal clear pond build with monster fish. All connected to underground springs. And so many fish I couldn't even count them. $100,000 pond.
Amazing.
Versus my $100 pond. Hopefully they get really big and strong.
Let's catch them up with Zak Catchem. Catch them up.
So this whole pond setup probably cost me around 150 bucks. All together, the pump 650 gallons, everything, the exits, everything together. This probably cost me like 150, so a little bit over 100. That's with all the green stuff on it. So it's 100 bucks flat if you're just buying just the pond, just buying the 7 by 5 foot pool and that pump. It's 100 bucks flat. This fake green grass costs a lot of money. This is my grow out pond for those koi fish. They get really, really big, really fast. There's also hundreds of different mollies and smaller fish, but in here is now a new pond. You can almost see, oh, you can. There's baby albino arowanas. It's also a small pool. I just dressed it up, covered it up, made it safe for the fish. And we're gonna go outside and look at it right now. We recently had an algae bloom. It doesn't matter. That's just because the water's coming in from the lake. The lake water, as you can see, is not very clear. What I did is I just threw this little pump here. That pump's about 600 gallons per hour and barely filled up this pool. Have one exit that still goes over to our big fish in the big pond. So we have one exit going there and 2, 3 exits all going back into the pond, which goes through the stingrays and then back to the big guys in the back. I covered this up with a little bit of mesh just so the birds can't peck at these guys. They are very new, and it's not just arowanas in here. If I can just sneak under here, these guys, as you can see, those are all of our exotic cichlids, all those little mangoes down there swimming around. They are gonna breed. I have several of these little, like, these are actually little water like feeder things for lizards, but I had them left over, and they have this perfect little ridge line. So these guys I'm gonna try to grow out with the albino arowanas. There's actually 5 of them in there. You can see them chilling in the corner. Rob's Aquatics brought them down for me, and they are looking great. They are beautiful. I tried to get a picture of them, but it was so dark. I mean, there's only so much I could do. These guys are gonna grow out to be gigantic. We raised arowanas before, but I had a tragic accident happen in which I lost all my fish. It was horrible. This is just gonna be a really shallow pond for these guys to grow out and get to be around a foot long is probably when I'm gonna switch them out over to this pond where they can eat all little guppies and stuff. But I'm also gonna put these guys over there too. I'm planning on putting all the fish in this little micro grow out pond over in the back pond by the stingrays. Because I kept this pump high in the water column, it actually will continue to push water in here even if the power shut off here. We're pretty much ready to go. These arowanas can explore, all 5 of them. Hopefully they get really big and strong. I'm pretty happy with the way it all came out. The algae bloom is crazy, just so quickly things have changed, but look who's still loyal. I don't know, guys, a little bit of glare in that algae bloom you can't really see too well, but I'm sure we'll still be able to see the pancakes in the shallows. What are you doing, Pancake? Pancake's getting so big. I just made a feeding station over there. Hey Ray, how you doing? The glare is a little bit annoying. Like I said, there was an algae bloom, but these guys are handling it very well. Pancake is getting so big. That is the female, and Ray right here is the male. And I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys what it's like to eat out of my hand. Just recently started training these guys to eat actually out of my hand, and I'm gonna give it a shot very soon in a video coming up on one of these channels, either Catch 'em All Fishing or my other channel, Zak Catchem All. I'm not sure where I'm gonna post it, but I'm trying my best to get these guys to eat. I've been training them really well. I've been training them, and they're super friendly over there with their new enclosures. Are you under me? Where are you? Where you going? You're under me? Pancake, what are you doing? You following me around? So this is where I've allowed both stingrays to go in and out. They've swam back there and they kind of swim back and forth all the way over there to that little wall. For now, I have them blocked off though, because I'm trying to hand train them and hand feed them. But we'll see what happens in the future when they get really big. They're gonna need this type of space. With those cichlids and arowanas though, I'm trying to get them to be back here as well. The cichlids are really cool. I feel like if they were all orange just stacked up over there and without the right type of predators, I don't think they'd get eaten, especially if they're raised up with those small arowanas. Banana, on the other hand, Banana is a monster. Banana is over here running in the shadows. He won't even let me get a shot of him. This little algae bloom, he's loving it. With the algae bloom, you can barely even see the gigantic albino pacu. He'll swim back up in a second or two, but he's over here with all of these pacu. There's 5 gigantic pacu, and the albinos are the only ones you can see. They're doing really well and happy to be together in this big old pond. I mean, this is probably 25 feet long by like 12 feet wide. And from now on, this is going to be the pacu enclosure. They're going to have all this space, just pacu by themselves. Nana's in here thriving, eating all the minnows and all the pacu food, shrimp, everything else we give them. But on this side of the wall is going to be giant koi fish. Everything is just going to be really, really nice. And I think we're also going to put the stingrays in here as well eventually. I'm going to try to put sturgeon in, a lot of different things we're going to put in this side. This is very large and surprisingly deep. And all this is going to clear up very, very soon. I mean, like I said, this side of the lake, there's a little bit of algae bloom. Even in the clearest, shallow part of the water, it's still very hard to see into. This is an update for Catchem All Fishing, but on my other channel, Zak Catchem All, which is at the top of Catchem All Fishing. Like and subscribe that too if you like that. I posted a lot of videos on that channel too. I posted swimming around that crystal clear secret pond down there in Miami, secret swimming tour, and just adventuring all around this giant exotic pond that's just hidden in the middle of the city, dude. It's like insane. On my other channel, Zak Catchem All, I also showed all these little knickknacks, all these weird little caves and turns. It's really cool. The full-length video is on my other channel, Zak Catchem All, but here's a little bit of the swimming part that I haven't shown on this channel. This beautiful $100 extension is going to allow me to grow out these beautiful fish, but now to add that to the rest of these ponds is amazing. But now I'm going to show you what it'd be like if I spent $150,000 or more, over $100,000 for sure, on a magical pond that I actually swam in the middle of the city in Miami, Florida. Zak Catchem All, my new channel extension from Catchem All Fishing. This is a crystal clear water, magnificent pond, a secret pond. The owners kept this a secret for years and built this amazing pond full of rescue giants and giants they raised themselves. This is a magical spot like I've never been before. And my friend and I are down here exploring it, swimming this 30-foot deep crystal clear water lagoon. Oh my God. This is insane. Enter at your own risk.
Love it.
I know. So the fish down there are just ridiculous. This is magnificent. The fish back there, all these different platforms, guys, I'm at a loss for words. They have made such a magnificent pond. It's so much bigger than I thought it was gonna be. And we have all of our scuba gear and we're gonna actually swim in this. This is so cool.
Just a couple of feet and you don't feel like you're in Florida anymore.
Yeah, like a tropical paradise. You can get right to there. Let's go ahead and follow her, guys.
Place is sick.
Honey, you found the bird's nest, honey. Check this. Oh my God. Check this out. Oh, I see there's some garfish. Now I can start identifying the fish from here. There's some gar down there. There's a big albino white whale. I'm not sure if you can see it on camera. It's like center of the frame. Let's get a little bit closer. But there's so many fish species that I'm spotting from up here. This is crazy. Like, look at this. There's stuff left and right. There's something actually underneath there. I can't tell what it is. That's actually in the cave. Can you see that little blur? It just looks like a white blob, but that's not rock. That's a fish. I can see its hand moving. Check this out. Oh, look at this big. Oh my God, that albino looks small compared to everything. That is the biggest albino I've ever seen in my life. Oh look, there's the white whale. Yeah, good eyes, man. Oh dude, what? It's platinum. It's not white, it's platinum. There's a bunch of them. There's a bunch of black ones too. Dude, the white one though. Cheney, we gotta get an up close of that for sure. Look at a little tiger. Dude, I've seen, is that a mangrove? Dude, there's all types of stuff in here. We have a treat. One of the owners over here, Thomas the Train. Look at this muscle giant. Guys, one of the owners decided he'd at least be on camera and feed some of this. Like I told you before, we were talking about it. Maybe not. They might open it to the public kind of thing. Maybe yeah. I don't know. But we'll see. Hey, this is a gift in itself to be able to watch this. I mean, if I was a viewer at home, a kid watching this, or an adult, anybody, if I was a grandpa, I'd freak out looking at these giants. And he actually has this big old bucket of mullet and other fish. Look at the size of these things, dude. This is what we're feeding these giants right now. You want to do the honors, though? These are your giants, bro. Okay, check this out, guys. Dude, look at the size of you. This is the biggest red-tailed catfish I've ever seen, Tim. Tim, it's the biggest one I've ever seen in my life. I've ever seen in my lifetime. Tim, look straight down.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. That tops it. That is the biggest I've ever seen in my life. Now, he's just doing a little bit of splashing. Honey, you gotta come see this. I know you've seen big stuff. Oh my god. Oh my god. Look at that. Look at that. And this is what we're gonna swim with right now. We're gonna get even better shots for you. But these guys are gigantic. Oh my, just the splashing. Look, they're just like our babies at home. Oh my god. Look at that. Oh my god. Goodness gracious. Lord, this is insane. That, look at this. Look how big an arowana that's taking whole fish like that. Dude, this is, I can't even believe it. Now, some of these babies came from Summerland Fish Farms over by Josh.
Yeah.
Oh, and look at the size of it! Timmy, have you ever seen anything this big in your life?
Massive.
Dude! The only one in comparison was that one that I was scooped with Rob. Look at that. Oh, hello. Dude, that one back there, though, this is a shark. Dude, we might have to keep our hands and our feet closer to ourselves than I thought, Janie. Dude. Oh, my God. Holy cow. Dude, these are some of the biggest fish I've ever seen, like ever in my life, dude. This is, and how old are they? Like 15 years old?
Gotta be like 10, 15.
10, 15? Oh my god. Guys, we are jumping in here and you have a treat and a half. Janie, my man, where'd you go?
Right here.
He's right here. You're ready for a swim now that you've seen what comes
I'm
up?
getting hot, man. I'm ready to hop in.
All right, we're ready to jump in and see who the white whale is looking at us. It's beautiful right here. Even from the top, it's like a glass pond, but going down there, I can't imagine the angles we're gonna be able to get. Right, Shane?
Yeah,
Let's do it.
I'll do that again.
Do that again. He has a giant fish in his mouth. You'll never get that footage again. It's terrible. And so there he is. Oh, Timmy. Oh my God. This does not do it justice, man. It really doesn't. Can you see that thing, Tim, from that side, or is it glary? Because this side is pretty good. Let's switch. Oh my goodness, the size of the mullet, too. It's so funny. Oh, they're smelling it.
Yeah, now they're starting to come up. Here comes that big albino.
Oh, for sure.
He's a big.
Oh my goodness. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, look at the arowana. Dude, how sick is that? Hey, big guy. Oh my goodness. Holy cow. You do your thing, boy. Don't even worry about me. Oh. He almost took you too, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. This is so cool. Oh my goodness. Dude, I wonder if they'll eat while we're in the water with them.
Maybe.
They might. Let's save a couple. Yeah, for sure. I mean, they're going crazy. They're sitting right there.
Yeah.
Cheney, let's suit up, dude. Let's see what happens. This is insane. This
Awesome.
is, dude. All hail, dude. This is the craziest, biggest fish in the most beautiful pond I've ever seen in my entire. Oh my God, that white one is huge, dude. The camera is not doing it justice, guys. This is. This
gotta
is
get in there.
We gotta get in there.
Eat out of your hand while you're swimming.
Dude, we're gonna give it a shot. I can't wait. This is our lifeline to the depths of our desires with our friend over here off the Cheney. So we're gonna hop in right here, slowly make our way to the fish, and maybe they'll even eat. We're really excited. Okay, after you, brother, after you. Oh my goodness. All right, guys, see you on the other side. Love y'all.
So immediately, as soon as I go underwater, my friend Cheney here is doing twirls with this big old hybrid tiger shovel nose. In the back are a lot of those albino pacu. There's also an albino arowana at the top, but those to the left are a bunch of iridescent sharks. This guy that was swimming around Cheney was super friendly. Now Cheney was saying, hey, do you want me to grab your GoPro, get some shots of you? I was like, you know what? Let's do it. Whatever. We're having such a good time. And the water is 72 degrees year round because they dug it so deep that it actually hit an underground spring. That's why they get this crystal clear water down there in Miami. Now, even in the Miami Canal system down there, like when you see just dug up ponds on the side of the turnpike, you'll see this crystal clear water. And that's why they're underground Florida springs that are coming through the limestone, being filtered. Look at all these arowanas they have. It's insane, the just crazy amount of fish in this one pond, like that are all living together because they have the space to do so. They can get away from each other, you know. Look at that albino shark. I've never seen a platinum iridescent shark in my entire life, and it was huge. So I'm swimming down there. Guys, I don't have that much experience going down in anything deep at all. I have obviously all the gear, but I haven't done much spearfishing, but I probably should get to that. Last time I tried was with Matt Budd and Joey Antonelli, and bull sharks were pushing us physically out of the water. Cheney does a lot of diving. That's why I had him. He's actually friends with Tim, and I am under there watching, looking for any signs of unique fish like that guy. That iridescent albino, that's actually a platinum. Look at the platinum versus the albino fish. So the albinos are obviously a little hint of yellow, like banana I like to call it, but that platinum sticks out. He's just bright white, a complete white whale. Unbelievable how deep this was dug out by their bulldozers over at this property. I've been trying to talk to the owner and get you guys to actually be able to come here and do this, and just even visit from the top is amazing, but you can see right to the bottom as if it was thin air. All these barbs schooling up together. It was just a magnificent, beautiful place to be. Just hanging out down there, checking out my new weights for the dive bell. But all these pacu are just massive. Probably each one of them is between 25 and 35 pounds. None were like crazy, morbid 50 pounders, but they were all really healthy fish.
How sick is this, dude?
Unbelievable, man.
Unbelievable. Hey, guys.
Waving to the crew back there, going down immediately for another dive. Now I'm exploring the little cave systems they kind of dug out to make sure some of these fish just don't have direct sunlight, and just to have some fun, really. That's really why they made this. They told me that when they were digging this whole thing out, they said dig it as deep as possible to really fill in a big ditch that they had in the back of this property to make sure that sinkhole didn't absolutely just suck up any like Toyotas they had in the back, any trucks. So Cheney's on the ground looking around. He actually found a radio in the full version over at Zak Catchem. He found a radio on the ground. If you could pick that out, I mean, that's on you. I'm proud of you. But these red tails were some of the biggest I've ever seen. I think the biggest I've personally caught was that one actually on Rob's Aquatics channel, which was absolutely gigantic. But these guys probably top that. They're pushing 5 feet and they are massive. And this one particular pacu is super friendly. He kept coming right up to me, like right to my face. Giving some love to my wife and Josh, throwing me some baits. Now, I'm trying to get some food to these guys, but to be honest, I was kind of half worried that they might be a little too stressed to eat just because I'm someone new. The owners do like some swimming in here from time to time, but not too often. Most of what they're doing is from the surface. I mean, who has time to go just swimming to the depths of their pond every day when they're working? But I mean, I just couldn't pass it up, giving it a shot to see if I could feed some of these guys. And some were more curious than others. I'm not sure if you spotted that little datnoid, but he was following me around, and he was actually one of the few fish that did take a bite of those bigger fish. Now, we had mullet, we had all types of fish, those all types of porkies, everything that you could think of, and these fish were swallowing everything when we were out of the water, but when we got in the water, it was more like playing a game of tag, especially with the arowanas. You know them. They're all finicky and jumping out of the water. Actually, in a little bit, you're going to see an arowana completely go airborne out of my way. Well, all these red tails really wanted to take it out of my hand really bad. If my breath hold was a little bit better, I probably could have gotten a couple good eats.
This is amazing, guys.
Now this is the corner of like the garfish and then some of the shallower water fish. They seem to reside back here. And now here's the jump. It's coming. Check out this albino with all the gar. He's not too fond of me getting close. Choo! They're so fast. Oh my goodness. And to see these two little Oscars breeding over there in the corner. I mean, you can truly see how deep this place is now. It's like, how did an excavator even do all this? Humankind, to be able to build something like this with literally an overgrown shovel is just amazing. And what they did with the steps, all this limestone, I'm telling you. Down here in Miami, I'm very tempted to move down there and build something like this myself. I mean, the crystal clear waters down there in like the Homestead area of Miami, every little ditch is just crystal clear. All the canals, everything man-made that's dug deep enough in the limestone looks like this. That's why you see my boy Monster Mike over there in a lot of crystal clear water. It's just the area, the tea-colored leaves just don't affect it because all that fresh water from the spring is coming through that limestone and being filtered and looking this beautiful. Now here's the white whale. That's what I've really been after. He's been kind of evading me for a while, but I get right up to him. He finally gets comfortable with me. And I'm telling you, they rescued this guy from a very, very small pond. Actually, the size of the one that I'm actually growing the arowanas from. And now he's just a monster. And he's thickened out a lot. He was really, really, really thin. He's still thin, but they've done just justice to this guy, letting him live in heaven. As I'm just messing around, enjoying the scenery. This is like heaven to me. I couldn't believe it. And 72 degrees. It would be a little chilly without a wetsuit, but I was down there having the time of my life, man. The one thing they could not get to survive though, stingrays. The stingrays were eaten immediately by the red tails. I'm sure they'll have some success in the future. They'll probably just carve out another stingray pond just to have stingrays. I mean, this is amazing.
Amazing.
They built this $100,000 plus pond 15 years ago.
I mean, it doesn't get better than this. Katie's still looking around. This is out of my wildest dreams. Swimming around and finding these giant fish. These are like the size of us. It's been amazing, Katie. Appreciate you. We're definitely going to do some stuff in the future. Amazing! Guys, I hope you enjoy this adventure. Hopefully in the future, we get an opportunity to show this place again. We were talking to owners about it. I don't know, but at least we got to enjoy it today. Flipping man off the chainy. For sure. Oh my gosh. Summerland Fish Farms gave some of these little fish that they were seeds when they came in here. Now they're just gigantic. Oh, amazing. When you take care of your fish, when you take care of your ponds, this is what they end up looking like. I mean, this is a little bit extreme, but these guys did it better than I could ever imagine. The algae room is crazy, bro. You can't even see these fish. It was crystal clear 2 days ago. On my other channel, I also didn't do any talking through the swimming part at all, just so you guys know if you want just some like zen. But obviously this one I narrated a little bit. I mean, it was really, really cool. And I hope you guys enjoy all the updates and what we have going on. We're growing out some crazy fish, and I really think I'm gonna be able to grow out a sturgeon and maybe even a spoonbill. I'm not sure we're gonna get in the future. There's so many exotic fish and so many fish to catch. I mean, down here in South Florida, it's starting to warm up. It's still a little bit chilly, but as it gets nice and warm, we're gonna head out there and start to catch them up. Woo! Catch them up.